Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. Today, uh, I and my group, will present about RF and wireless. This is our group members, which is uh, three boys and two girls. And next, content of our topic, firstly is introduction. What is RF and wireless? Then background history, who, when, and what. Then application, what application in RF and wireless. And lastly, future trend, what future trend in RF and wireless. We go through to the introduction. When we think of electricity, we naturally think of wires, from high voltage transmission lines to tiny trace on a printed circuit board. Wires are still the fundamental means of transferring electrical energy from one location to another. But history has consistently demonstrated that human beings are rarely, if ever, satisfied with the fundamental way of doing things. And thus we should not be surprised to learn that the proliferation of electricity was followed by widespread efforts to free electrical functionally from the constraint of physical interconnection. These are various ways to incorporate wireless functionally into an electrical system. One of these is use of electromagnetic radiation, which is the basis for RF communication. A radio frequency, which is RF, signal refer to a wireless electromagnetic signal used as a form of communication if one is discussing wireless electronic. RF itself has become synonymous with wireless and high-frequency signals, describing anything from AM radio between 535 kHz and 1605 kHz to computer local area network LANs at 2.4 GHz. However, RF has traditionally defined frequencies from a few kilohertz to roughly 1 GHz. If one considers microwave frequency as RF, this range extends to 300 GHz. Radio waves are a form electromagnetic radiation with identified radio frequency that range from 3 kHz to 300 kHz or wavelength of 1 mm to 100 km. Frequency refer to the rate of oscillation of the radio wave. RF propagation occurs at the speed of light and does not need a medium like air in order to travel. Okay, that's all for introduction. We go through to the next members.
Okay, this is the background story. Next. Okay, the full name of Marconi is Guglielmo Giovanni Maria Marconi. He born on 25 April 1874 in Bologna, Kingdom of Italy, and he died on 20 July 1937 at age 63 in Rome, Kingdom of Italy. And the nationality of Marconi is Italian, and he studied at University of Bologna and for known for radio. The award he get is Patitusi Medal, Nobel Prize for Physics, Albert Medal, Franklin Medal, IEEE Medal of Honor, and John Fries Medal.
Marconi, known as inventor and electrical engineer, known for his creation of a practical radio with base wireless telegraph system. This led to Marconi being credited as the inventor of radio, and he shared the 1909 Nobel Prize in Physics with Carl Ferdinand Braun in recognition of their contributions to the development of wireless telegraphy. Marconi was also an entrepreneur, businessman, and founder of the Wireless Telegraph and Signal Company in the United Kingdom in 1897, which became the Marconi Company. In 1929, Marconi was ennobled as a Marquis by King Victor Emmanuel III of Italy, and in 1931 he set up Vatican Radio for Pope Pius XI. The first picture is Marconi's first transmitter incorporating a monopole antenna. It consisted of an elevated copper sheet connected to a Regis baguette powered by an induction coil with a telegraph key to switch it on and off to spell out text message in the Morse code. Second page is British Post Office engineers inspect Marconi's radio equipment during a demonstration on Flatholm Island in 13 May 1897. The transmitter is at center, the cohere receiver below it, and the pole supporting the wire antenna is visible at top.
Okay, for the next picture is Marconi demonstrating apparatus he used in his first long-distance radio transmission in the 1890s. The transmitter is at the right, the receiver with paper tape record at left. And the next picture is palette on the outside of the BT Central commemorates Marconi first public transmission of wireless signal.
Okay, next is the application of wireless and RF wave. Okay, the first thing is internet radio. Internet radio such as Pandora Radio, Yahoo Music, AOL Radio, Django offers radio station. This radio website does not distribute existing programs but rather allow users to create their own custom music radio. Next is satellite radio. Satellite radio operates in a particular areas or bands of the spectrum, a portion of which you can see or you can know. The higher up you go in frequency, the larger the bands become and the more information you can carry. Uh, the first satellite operates primarily in the 28 GHz range. Most satellite TV operators uses the low frequency because the data flow only goes one direction and does not require as much bandwidth. However, when information must be sent both directions, more bandwidth is required to make the communication work efficiently. Next is the wireless technology, or as known as the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi uses radio wave to transmit information between our device and a router via frequency. Two radio wave frequency can be used depending on the amount of data being sent. Either it's 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz. The two Wi-Fi frequency are split into multiple channels so as to prevent high traffic and interference. Thank you. Next.
For the future trends of RF and wireless, there are three electronic products such as internet radio, satellite radio, and wireless technology. So we go first through the wireless technology, which is 5G. 5G cellular had as a supplement to Wi-Fi technology as more cost-effective and high-speed data networking in larger sites such as ports, airports, and factories. However, 5G is still in development stage and full deployment would take 5 to 8 years. As of now, most of the providers focus on selling 5G as high speed broadband only, but eventually 5G will bring in improve in the areas of Ethernet. Okay, for the next one is that's all from us. Thank you.